Weston Price was a dentist who was interested in the 1920s or 30s in understanding the principles of nutrition. So he traveled the whole world and he studied their health and their psychological states. In one generation, it had evolved significantly. I think most of our cuisines are very beautiful and balanced. You know, there's an interesting dentist. His name is Dr. Weston Price. Anyone heard that name before? Nice. Yeah, Weston Price was a dentist who was interested in the 1920s or 30s in understanding the principles of nutrition. So he traveled the whole world and wrote about it and studied these people's cultures, their diets, their habits, and he would document their teeth, their bone structure, and count the number of cavities. He was scientific about it. Okay? And he went everywhere. He went to Europe, he went to the Inuit, the Eskimos, he went to Papua New Guinea in the far southeast, went to Australia, went to Africa, everywhere. Went to like Greece and the Mediterranean, went to Japan, went everywhere in the 30s. Pretty impressive. And then he went back again 20, 30 years later after World War II, after the exportation of McDonald's, Mickey D's, or in Australia it's called Macca's. But McDonald's and Nestle and sweets and chocolates and whatever, you know, all that food stuff, all of our packaged foodstuffs. And he went to the same communities and he studied their health and their psychological states and their bone structure and the number of cavities. In one generation, it had evolved significantly. Kids who had beautiful, wide maxillas and mandibles, and the teeth were coming in and out just straight, and they're strong and they're white. And they're happy. In the pictures he's taken, all the kids are happy. And then one generation later, they're having these oils and bad foods and packaged whatever. The maxilla shrunk, teeth were crooked. They're like not smiling in the pictures. He's noting all these different types of pathologies he's noticing, and cavities went up significantly. In one generation. Food matters, guys. Food is the quality of the food is everything. The quantity of the food is important. We are oftentimes overeating, as we know. We eat, and we eat to cope. We eat to cover over stuff. It's not eating because we're hungry or we need energy. We eat because, why? Why do we eat too much or eat too little? Some of us eat too little. I know someone that is consistently eating too little, and she knows it, and she can't cultivate her appetite. She's so stressed out all the time. She's such a heady kind of perfectionist, kind of a melancholic, that her appetite turns off completely. And I'm telling her, you have to eat. And she's like, I'll have a little bit, but I'm not hungry. Like, you need to eat. Everyone tells her you have to eat. Why can't she eat? And on the same spectrum, but on the flip side, someone can't stop eating. It's just eating all day, grazing all day, snacking, taking a little bit here, a little bit there. Even though they're not hungry, it's just, hey, for fun. I'm bored. I'm doing something. I'm watching something just to have this motion. See, this motion is old, right? We have this reflex called the rooting reflex. It's the first reflex we have as children. It's Fitrah, this searching for nourishment. It's so deeply entwined in our Fitrah that before the baby even knows, before it even has made eye contact with its mother, it's put on the breast and it starts to wiggle and make this face like, where's the food? There's something, I'm expecting something to be here. Where is it? Let me find it. And then, there it is. And milk starts to flow. Allahu Akbar. What is that? It's unbelievable. Allah. There's something in us that seeks nourishment and comfort in that nourishment, that connection. But we have to put that in its proper place. We have to learn how to manage our emotions, manage our meals, choose food stuff appropriately, eat locally, eat organic if we can, non-GMO. These are all important factors, right? Removing our food intolerances are important. But nourishment, we want to nourish our food and have the intention. If you just had the intention every day, Ya Rabbi, help me. I just want to eat for the sake of nourishment. And I want to teach my children to eat for the sake of nourishment. And like make the dua. Don't just speak through it. Allahumma barik lana fima razaqtana wa qina adhab an-nar. Before you eat. Really. Thank you for this blessing. This is a rizq from Allah Ta'ala. And it gives me tawfiq, and it gives me the strength to worship you